And we're live here at the Mill in Noblesville. And we are a week from Christmas, folks, and it's Westfield and Noblesville in boys basketball action. Westfield coming in at 1-3 and 0-1 in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. Noblesville 2-2. They also sit at 0-1 in conference play so far. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. We've also got Jim Wofford producing this broadcast along with Dave and Bill on the cameras, keeping everything in focus, if you will.
We hope.
Yeah. Decent crowd tonight. I mean, obviously, you know, the whole student section for Noblesville got the memo, and they're having an ugly sweater contest tonight over there.
And some of them did pretty good. There's some ugly sweaters.
I mean, they probably took them right out of their mom or dad's or grandma or grandpa's closet. But we're glad you've joined us tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by the Farmers Bank, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim Attorneys at Law, Smith's Jewelers, by Ivy Tech Community College, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. And we've already been informed we're going to have plenty of acts.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a spectacle here tonight. The students just went on the holiday here today, and it looks like we got a pretty good crowd here tonight, like you said. And we've already had the gymnastics team out here.
Yeah, they were
now it's the dance team,
and at halftime, folks.
And there's our star, Kinsey, down there.
Yep, Kinsey Browning, an intern here with Hometown Television. At halftime, Noblesville Athletic Department will be honoring the girls varsity head coach. And we've got a live shot of Kinsey Browning.
Yeah, she's right on the front row out there.
There she is, midcourt. Halftime of the varsity game, Noblesville Athletic Director Mike Hash will be honoring girls varsity head coach Donna Keck for Tuesday night's varsity win. That's her 200th career win. A couple weeks ago, or actually a week and a half ago, she got her 100th win at Noblesville.
Craig, we have to remember it's Donna Keck Buckley.
Actually, Buckley, yes.
But she won most of those games as Keck, so.
That is very true. So it's a cool honor. Able to see that Tuesday night during Noblesville's 29-point win against Anderson. We will fully honor her here at the Mill. It's a pretty cool feat, and she just keeps it going. Tomorrow, folks, it's a nice little segue as the dance team finishes their routine pre the national anthem. But tomorrow, folks, it'll be a 1:30 broadcast time as the Noblesville girls will visit the Westfield girls in what looks to be Perry. Oh, we're going to do it right now.
Let's switch to the.
Yep. Head coach Donna Buckley of the Noblesville girls basketball team is being honored at midcourt right now as the crowd raises to their feet, and her girls will be in action west of us here on State Road 32 to visit the Westfield girls for what will probably be the Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship. Both schools, Westfield 3-0, Noblesville's 4-0 right now, and Noblesville wins tomorrow. They're in the driver's seat. If Westfield wins, we could be looking possibly down the road at a co-championship, but we will get to that tomorrow for that afternoon matinee.
Absolutely, that's going to be a good one.
We've got the national anthem coming up here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lexi
our
Burke.
national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful rendition of our Star Spangled Banner by a sophomore. So this girl's probably
And
15 or 16. Yeah, she's a cheerleader. Great pipes out of Lexi Burke. I believe that's her name, if I caught that right from Kevin Cole. What a voice for a sophomore.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It kind of reminded me like last night, of course, not my house, so girlfriend had the remote. She wanted to watch the Kelly Clarkson Christmas special. That kind of reminded me of how the young kids are getting inspired.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
shoot,
absolutely.
she sounds like she's all over those shows, The Voice and whatnot, and American Idol, and wow, great rendition there. But we are waiting for both teams to come out, and
here comes the Millers.
both teams entering their second game of Hoosier Crossroads Conference play. As Westfield coming in at 1-3 overall, Noblesville 2-2. Both teams 0-1 in the conference. Noblesville just 8 points away from being 4-0 so far this season, though, Perry.
And here comes the Shamrocks.
Yeah, they've got some new uniforms, all emerald, as those quote-unquote old uniforms of the junior varsities now. And they've gone with Under Armour, so they've kind of upped the ante for having that new football stadium, and everything else is going brand new as well.
Absolutely. You know, it's really amazing. You know, back in my day and back in your day, that was only for professional athletes. And now it's a big contracts for colleges, and now into the bigger high schools have contracts. So should be a pretty good game here tonight. Of course, Charlie Warner for Westfield leads the team in scoring, and he'll go against John Kaiser for the Millers. So that should be a pretty good matchup. One thing about a game like this, when you have a Kaiser and a Warner, it's who's going to step up, who else is going to step up, because you know Warner and you know Kaiser, they're going to get their points.
You know, because looking down Westfield's roster, you're going to see, obviously Ian Christensen has, this is I believe his third year with varsity experience. I mean, he's averaging 8.3 a game, a little bit down from the last season, but you've also got guys like Sawyer Olson and Connor Oswald, Robbie Lynch, and those guys who have varsity experience. So it may take a little more time, and I think Coach Shane Sumter understands that, because, spending close to the better part of a decade as the girls coach at Westfield, and now he's taken on the boys' reins after Eric Rao was at the helm for 5 or 6 seasons at Westfield. Actually, I saw Coach Rao. He's come in attendance tonight, so can't stay away too much, I guess. But they've got plenty of guys who are seasoned and have a lot of varsity experience. Kind of the same way with Noblesville, but Noblesville not as much and not as deep. We'll go over the starting lineup first before Kevin Cole gets them. You're going to see Kyle Nicole, number 20, and 23, Jonah Welch at the guards. 30, Ian Christensen, 33, Charlie Warner, and 34, Sawyer Olson in the front court for Shane Sumter's Shamrocks. Noblesville going with the 3-guard lineup, Perry. It's Max Flincham, McGuire Plummer, and Ryan Ogden, 22, 23, and 24, respectively. And then you've got John Kaiser, 42, and Grant Bullard in the starting lineup tonight in place of the injured Nolan Ginther. And we've also got in addition, 32, Vernon Stallings was a move-in, and he had to obviously get his 10 practices in before he could be a part.
Goes around you this evening. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at Noblesville High School events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy tonight's HCC competition. Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mill, the home of Noblesville Miller basketball. Tonight's game features the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Shamrocks of Westfield High School, and the home team, Noblesville Millers. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Aaron Sales and Lease, where we now carry smartphones. We are located at 451 Noble Creek Drive in Noblesville, next to the BMV. Aaron's appreciates your patronage, and as always, go Millers. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Westfield Shamrocks. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 33, Charlie Warner. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 30, Ian Christensen. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 34, Sawyer Olson. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 23, Jonah Welch. And at guard, a 6' senior, number 20, Kyle Nicole. The Shamrocks are coached by Shane Sumter. And now, on your feet, here's the starting lineup for your Noblesville Millers. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 42, John Kaiser. At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 45, Grant Buller. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 22, Max Flincham. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 23, McGuire Plummer. And at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Ryan Ogden. The Millers are coached by Brian McCauley.
Well, what an introduction there, man.
A little different. The lights went off. The video boards went blank. We thought we were going to get a video up there, but instead it's
the drums roar and good touch. A little bit different there. A little intimidation factor. What do you think?
Yeah, I honestly can't get over John Kaiser's stat line through 4 games.
23.5
points a game, 9.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.5 blocks. Against Charlie Warner, who's gonna score. He's 16.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, and just shy of 2 assists per game.
Going to be a good matchup. I mean, really, these two guys.
I think so.
And like I said, it's going to be that guy that steps up, and because we know Warner and Kaiser are going to get their job done. Here we go.
Here comes the opening tip. Kaiser controls it to McGuire Plummer deep in the backcourt. And it's not going to be, let's see how long it's going to take to figure each other out. They're going to find gaps like they're trying to get down low to Kaiser. These teams know each other so well because they play each other so much in the offseason, or if it's, obviously the one regular season meeting and possibly a sectional matchup. So this game's always intense. Kaiser finds a gap, no. Rebound to Ogden up and in. And Noblesville on the board first as Ryan Ogden gets the offensive rebound. It's going to be Ogden guarding Charlie Warner, and there's a deflection and a steal by Flincham back the other way. Almost, yep.
He did try.
It was, yep.
I was waiting on him to call, and I thought, well, maybe we got by, but he did slide that foot a little bit.
He tried to hide it, but the official on that west baseline
spotted him.
Didn't move. Yeah, he spotted it and stutter step for the travel there by Ryan Ogden, and back to Westfield goes the basketball.
Miller's putting a little pressure on here in the backcourt, Craig. Across the court, Warner. Warner can handle the ball very, very well.
Yeah, for a 6'5".
Nicole with the ball.
Kyle Nicole, another player that came along last season and played a lot. Underneath he goes. Christensen, no. Warner for three from the right. Off the mark and tipped out of bounds.
Should be a Miller ball,
yep,
yeah.
Off of Christensen and back to Noblesville. 2-0 at the 6:27 mark, just a minute and a half into this ball game.
One thing, Craig, is so much different this year than last year. McGuire Plummer came in there, played some great minutes and everything, but now he knows he's the point guard and he's the leader of the Millers.
Flincham a long three, got it.
Got it.
And through 4 games, Flincham had 12 three-pointers. He had 6 in that win at Anderson last Saturday for Noblesville, and had a game-high 22 points, so a breakout game for the junior as Noblesville now with a 5-0 lead.
Good shot by Welch.
Yep. There is Jonah Welch with Westfield's first 2, and it's 5-2. A little over 2 minutes into the ball game. Plummer up top, gets it to Kaiser. Right elbow, no. Christensen gets the board.
Kaiser didn't quite get the elevation he usually gets on that.
It looked like he was trying to draw a foul just because, he had a defender right to his left. Now it's Warner, 3 from the right wing, got it. Nope, check that, that's Jonah Welch. She's got all 5, and we're knotted up at 5. 5-5 at the 5-minute mark at 5:05. Ogden drives, finger rolls one up. He'll go to the free throw line. It looks like that may be Sawyer Olson.
First foul of the game.
Check that's on Ian Christensen, and the one thing that we won't have the liberty of tonight, the stats portion of the video boards on either side, the east or west, isn't working, so it's just the advertisements that are available up there. So,
off the mark.
Yeah, Andrew Trisler looking to hopefully get those fixed. I guess the part's supposed to be in by Monday, well in time before the Noblesville Holiday Tournament on the 29th.
Second one by Ogden is good.
Ogden's got 3. The lead 6-5. Noblesville back in front. Left baseline, check that, Warner. That's good. Nice jumper there by Charlie Warner, and it's 7-6 Westfield.
Miller's trying to get some ball movement.
It may take a lot because Westfield, they look like they're just that much better on defense. Ogden drives again, and that's going to be 2 fouls on Egan Christensen if that's who they're going to blow this one on. And it is. The junior swingman has 2 fouls. Not sure if Coach Sumter will bring somebody off the bench here, but
the one thing about it looks like Ogden may be a step quicker than Christensen there these last 2 drives, and it's made a huge difference.
Yep, and
Ogden makes the first one.
His defender Christensen has had to catch up, and that gets Ian 2 quick fouls, as we'll see 21 Robbie Lynch off the Westfield bench, and a little flip flop on the lane.
Lynch is a senior.
Yeah, Lynch a lot of varsity experience as Ogden makes both. He has 5 points, and it's 8-7 Noblesville.
Nice steal, Flincham, no good. Ogden, no good.
Going to call a blocking foul on Grant Bullard as Lynch bowls right over him. Like he was a little deeper, still moving as Lynch drove down.
One thing you don't bull over Bullard, though.
It's a rare occasion, as he's a big presence, no matter if it's on the football field or here on the basketball court, as Lynch makes his first free throw and knotted up at 8. And free throw number 2 is good, and it's 9-8 Westfield.
Looks like the Shamrocks are putting on a little pressure there, Craig.
Noblesville show they can break a press, unlike they have in years past. Now they'll float it around.
McGuire Plummer.
Little floater.
That's Plummer's first two, right?
Yep, Plummer's got 2. And it's 10-9, Noblesville, 3:50 left first quarter. And it's Charlie Warner. Nicole. They'll play a little pitch and catch. Kaiser all over Warner. They switched up the defensive matchup there. Now it's foot on the line. Nice shot there by Charlie Warner, and it's 11-10.
That's Warner's spot over there in that corner, Craig.
Yep, baselines or corner threes or wings. And Charlie Warner is deadly from out there. He's got 4 points already. If he had taken one step back with each foot, or if he would have been able to, would have been a 3 and a 2-point lead. But it's 11-10, Westfield. Kaiser fakes the 3, goes in. A little bump foul, it looks like, on Jonah Welch, maybe. Yep, 23, Jonah Welch with that foul. Kaiser drives and blocks shot. It's like Sawyer Olson in there. Back the other way comes Westfield.
Olson with the ball. Back to Nicole. Do it that time.
Finds Olson. Bullard all over him.
Both teams playing pretty good defense.
And Lynch throws it away in front of the Noblesville student body.
Looked like Welch was cutting right as that pass come over there. And
Corby Mertens, he's seen action in, I believe, a pair of games, actually all 4 games, averaging 11.5 points a game off the bench for Noblesville. He'll be coming in at the next dead ball. Max Flincham 3, got it, rattles it in. 13-11. And Flincham obviously not afraid to shoot those, as he made 6 last Saturday at Anderson in Noblesville's 55-48 win over the Indians.
Nicole, no good.
Rebound to Ogden.
Kaiser trying to bring it up the floor quick.
Corner, right corner. Flincham 3, no, in and out. Rebound to Sawyer Olson.
I'd have rocked this crowd if he'd have hit that. Nicole with the ball.
With Kaiser on Charlie Warner, it's going to be a little tougher to find him open, but he has found a couple deep baseline jumpers and canned those. Minute and a half left here in quarter number 1. It's 13-11, Noblesville. Nicole back out. Lynch stutter steps. You can hear the Noblesville bench wants to travel, and Kaiser gets a rebound. Back the other way.
What a move. Oh, off the
Can't
mat.
convert it. Rebound to Jonah Welch.
Here comes Warner. He's wide open.
Going to call a blocking foul there on Ryan Ogden. As looked like Ogden's face, he couldn't believe that he got that foul called on him.
I think the referee was right, but it was a good foul because Warner was going to. That was an easy bucket for Warner had Ogden not stepped in there.
Warner at the free throw line makes the first. Mertens enters in the game, as well as 12 Connor Oswald and 15 Josh Van Dyke.
Oswald and Van Dyke both had a lot of minutes last year's team. So.
Yeah, even Van Dyke is a freshman. Second one by Warner, up and good. He's got 6, and it's 13 all. Yep.
What we got here?
Don't think he was going to enter Kyle Nicole and back in just yet. So maybe an inadvertent horn there. So already we've had 4 ties and 5 lead changes, and it's just 13-13. Under a minute left first quarter. Kaiser dribbling out near the timeline. Picked up now by Warner.
Westfield's done a lot of substitution here tonight, Craig. I'm sure Shane Sumner's trying to figure out, in his first year who he's going to go with and what's the right combination.
Yeah, being a first-year coach, and he's familiar with the boys program since being the girls' coach for the past, I believe, 7 or 8 years. So it's just getting himself better familiarized with those players and knowing what he can do with them, which that obviously comes with time. And
going to give the ball to Plummer, let him work a play here.
And now we're at 7 seconds. To Kaiser.
Kaiser had him beat.
Takes the baseline, no, tipped out. Flincham tips it up. Oh! And no, it rattles in and out twice. And after 1 quarter, we are all knotted up 13 apiece here at the Mill in Noblesville. Great first quarter of action between these two HCC foes.
Well, certainly was not a disappointment this first quarter. Hey, Craig, a little bit of action here coming up on New Year's Eve. First night, Noblesville, a New Year's Eve celebration at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds. It's a non-alcoholic event, and there'll be the movie, The Minions, will be played at 7:30. And they'll have board games, ping pong, mini basketball, cornhole, and plenty of eats. I'm telling you, Kathy and I went last year, and Jim Wofford and Logan Street Signs and Hamilton County Council on Alcohol, they do a great job supplying food. So, and there'll be door prizes, there'll be classic bingo, and of course at midnight from Times Square, that ball's going to drop.
And it's kind of cool they still call that, that whole show at, 11 to midnight or whatever. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, even though Dick Clark's
long gone.
Looking down from above. But yeah, that sounds like an evening full of events at the fairgrounds on New Year's Eve.
Well, let's see what the second quarter has to bring.
If we get 3 more quarters of that, we're in for a great night here at the Mill as Westfield has the ball to start quarter number 2.
Van Dyke with the ball. Over to Oswald. Back to Van Dyke.
We've switched matchups now. It's Mertens on Warner. Kaiser on Lynch. Oswald was a guy who saw a lot of starting action last year, and
Absolutely.
maybe Sumter sees him better off the bench. But they're only through 4 games so far.
Some players do better coming off the bench. They get 3 or 4 minutes there of seeing what's going on before they have to get into the action.
It's a good thing there's no shot clock in high school basketball yet.
That's right.
At least in Indiana. I know some states have tried it so far, and I'm not sure at which.
Van Dyke with the ball.
As Noblesville not giving Westfield any lanes to either shoot or pass inside the arc.
Oswald for 3.
And
he got it.
They find the time, and Oswald shoots a 3 and gets Westfield up by 3.
Good patient job there by the Shamrocks.
Three-pointer by McGuire. Plummer, no. Warren to the rebound. Like he had to use his other arm to fend off Kaiser because Kaiser was going in for that rebound as well. Three-pointer by Warner. Rattles, no. Oswald high, skying for the board, and stolen by Ogden. Back the other way comes Noblesville.
Nice pass by Ogden to Flincham.
Ogden down the middle to Flincham to the left side and a left-handed layup. Gets Noblesville back within 1 at 16-15 Westfield. And if Ogden wouldn't have gotten right to him, Warner would have had a 3-point attempt from the left corner, and we know how deadly he is from outside. Van Dyke dribbles in and back out. I thought by the motion of the official there that he was going to call a foul.
So
maybe using like a forearm shiver there.
Yeah,
but Westfield calls a timeout.
McGuire Plummer checking in for the Millers is Nick Mills.
Nick Mills, a 5'7" junior. He's kind of a little spark plug. And
you want to do the sponsors? I'd like to thank our sponsors: Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Anthem, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wolford Theater. Don't forget New Year's Eve party at the 4-H Fairgrounds. It's a non-alcoholic event.
Seems like there are more events at the event to make, get a little more variety for people as well.
That's right. People like variety.
You know it. Back to action out of the timeout.
Warner with the ball. Ogden's taking care of Warner now. Van Dyke looked, but Oswald with the ball. Travel on
Oswald. Get Oswald for a travel. 4:59 left until halftime. Westfield up 16-15. Yeah, I didn't expect this to be a high-scoring game, which obviously it's not yet, just because these two always make it, like we said, an intense game. And who knows, we may see one of these teams break out, but it's not looking like it's going to be anytime soon.
Jonathan Welch comes back in. He replaces Lynch.
So Nick Mills has it across the timeline, goes left side, looking back to Kaiser. Kaiser finds room, spin move, and he gets fouled. That looks like that'll be on Jonah Welch. If that's Jonah Welch, that'll be his second. And it is. So Jonah Welch and Ian Christensen both with 2 fouls. As John Kaiser will go to the free throw line to try and tie this ball game up and possibly give Noblesville the lead. As I jinx that one, misses his first free throw.
John hadn't got on the board yet.
And not on the board yet. 0 for 2 on that trip. As the rebound comes down to Warner. He's got a trio of rebounds now.
Van Dyke and Mills matching up in the backcourt there. Oswald with the ball.
Warner steps back, right wing 3. No. Sawyer Olson stretches back for the board. Back out. Olson a 3. No. Rebound to Nick Mills.
The 5'7", Nick Mills on the rebound. Flincham.
Oswald's on Flincham now, as he knows he'll shoot some daggers from out there. And basket's good. Nice back down by Ryan Ogden, as pretty good defense in there by Charlie Warner. But Ogden now with 7 points. Charlie Warner with his first foul. It's 5 team fouls on Westfield. Noblesville with 2. Ogden set to try and convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
I'll tell you what, this first half, Ryan Ogden's looked really good.
Yeah, and Ryan Ogden's probably one of those players that really didn't show up that high on. And he makes this free throw. He's 4 out of 5 at the line. He's got 8 points here in the quarter. Check that in the half. 18-16.
Nice steal by Mills.
Nick Mills steals it, but Warner, as Nick Mills leaned in, Charlie Warner blocks his shot. And now Nick Mills back down playing defense. Corby Mertens tries to block, no. And looks like we'll have maybe a Corby Mertens foul. Yep, Mertens with the foul. His first 3 on Noblesville. Van Dyke to inbound, looking. He's close to a 5.
He got it in just in the nick of time, to be quite honest.
Real close. I thought they were going to call a 5-second because that obviously is an eternity in the game of basketball. Yep, there's a moving
pick by Warner.
Yep. That'll be 2 quick fouls by Charlie Warner there. 1 more foul by Westfield, and Noblesville will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. 3:38 left until halftime. It's 18-16.
I would say the big thing is Charlie Warner has 2 fouls here.
Right, he has 2 fouls, and Ian Christensen has 2 fouls. And you'd figure something like that would spark
travel.
Somebody else coming off the Westfield bench, but not yet, says Coach Sumter. So traveling is a call as John Kaiser kind of did a little step before he dribbled the basketball.
Miller's putting pressure on in the backcourt here.
Ogden almost had a steal in the inbound to Warner, but Van Dyke back the other way, and now it's Jonah Welch. Good ball handling by Van Dyke out there, Josh Van Dyke.
Yeah, he does a great job.
I'm not sure I list Van Dyke at 5'10", though.
No, I don't think so either.
Kaiser with the block shot on that Jonah Welch drive. Kaiser with a one-on-one break, and basket's good. As that's all Van Dyke could do. As he'll commit the foul. When you've got such a mismatch like that, you might as well just let the big man go in for the layup and uncontested save your foul. But Ogden gets a much-deserved break. He's leading all scorers with 8 points so far. Max Flincham's got 8 as well. And so we see Brandon Barthel coming off Noblesville's bench. Kaiser's free throw, good. 21-16, biggest lead by either team so far. Noblesville up 5 with 2:42 left here in second quarter action.
Van Dyke wide open.
Van Dyke a 14-footer, no. Rebound to McGuire Plummer, who averages 6 a game.
Nice move by McGuire Plummer.
Drives the lane, a little dipsy-do, and couldn't quite get it to spin in. And a little
fall. Yeah.
Yep. Barthel with that foul for Noblesville. That's 14 fouls on Noblesville.
Cole bringing the ball up against Mills.
Now Olsen's got it up top, guarded by Barthel. Right side to Nicole. Driving the baseline is Warner. He's trapped down there by Mertens and Kaiser. Three-pointer off the mark, air ball by Christensen as he saw extended time off, and that ball, long pass intended for Mertens, batted out of bounds by Christensen. Christensen was down here in part of that defensive battle, and he got clear down there as like a defensive back to deflect that ball out of bounds. But they're conferring about it.
Westfield give it the old try there, but it was off of.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to give the ball to Westfield, but inbound. Kaiser taps it to Barthel. Now it's Mills, deep left.
Trying to get the ball, working that ball around. McGuire Plummer, nothing there.
It's working around the perimeter to see if they can find a gap in the middle. And Mertens overshoots Mills. Mills the shortest guy on the court right now, and doesn't quite have the ups for that, and turns it over back to Westfield.
Nicole on Mills on Nicole.
Three-pointer, right wing by Oswald. No. Rebound to Nick Mills. His second board. Noblesville going to slow it up. 70 ticks until half. 21-16. Noblesville up on Westfield.
Millers will probably be looking for a good shot right here. No use of getting in any hurry.
Spread the floor, playing little four corners. Brandon Barthel on the left baseline.
And basically with that new rule, it just gives you that opportunity to, set back and hold that ball out there.
Yeah, because it's I think it's that 6-foot rule. If a player gets within 6 feet, they're going to start that 5 count. So McGuire Plummer can stand over there near the scores table by midcourt
for all the time
until they want to start to run a play at, with 10 seconds left. We're down to 25 seconds. Westfield fans applauding. Down to 15 seconds. And Plummer starts the move. Here we go. Final play of the first half. Gets it to Kaiser with 5. Driving baseline, looking, up and under, got it.
Kaiser.
Kaiser ends the first half for Noblesville on a good note. And we head to halftime, and it's Noblesville 23, Westfield 16. We'll come back in a few minutes here and talk about the first half and look forward to the second half right here on Hometown Television.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
She was very little. Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists have taken care of thousands of knees like mine. My dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
We're back here live at the Mill, and we've been treated at halftime by the Code Red Dancers from Ball State University. And there are 10 of them here tonight. I think when I was in college, there were probably a handful more at least. Maybe just some of the ones that could make it to an event like this during while Christmas break's on. But pretty cool to see some college dance team hopefully inspire some of our young kids.
And didn't you say a couple of them are Noblesville?
Yeah, a couple of them. You can see. Let's see. I think girls. Yep. Here we go.
2014 graduates of Noblesville High School. Let's give it up for Audrey Souters. And Olivia Aguirre.
Yep. That's who that Kevin Cole just announced right there. Pair of 2013 grads of Noblesville.
Well, Craig, we need to talk a little bit about our sponsors. Community Health Network. Community Health is a Central Indiana leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. If you have any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-775. Also, Church, Hidland Antrim, attorneys at law. From personal injuries, claims, to complex business litigations, to divorce cases, Church, Hidland Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. You can contact them at their Noblesville office at 317-773-5320. Ivy Tech Community College. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn and live and work in a diverse and competitive environment. To answer any questions in enrolling or general information, check their website, ivytech.edu. Telephone number 317-921-4300. Smith's Jewelers on the square in downtown Noblesville. They've been there since 1946. Their number is 773-3383. I'm sure they got plenty of gifts still for the holidays here with Christmas coming up next week. So check them out on the square on North 9th Street, 9th and Logan in downtown Noblesville. Craig, what's it look like as far as stats for this side?
Halftime stats. First, we'll look at Westfield as not as much scoring, obviously. It's 23-16, Noblesville in front of Westfield. Leading the way for Westfield is Jonah Welch with 5 points. Actually 6 points out of Charlie Warner, 5 out of Jonah Welch. 3 points from Connor Oswald and 2 from Robbie Lynch. Both those guys off the bench for Coach Sumter's Shamrocks. For Noblesville, a little more spread out scoring. 2 players with 8 points. Max Flincham taking off from where he left off. Saturday night had a game-high 22 points at Anderson in that 7-point win over the Indians. He has 8 tonight on a pair of threes and a 2-pointer. 8 points out of Ryan Ogden. Like I said earlier, someone who probably didn't show up that high on anyone's scouting report just because coming into the season he wasn't. He didn't see a whole lot of playing time last year. He's seeing more this year and making a difference, obviously, as he's getting roughly about 6-7 points a game. He's got 8 tonight on 4 of 5 free throws and 2 field goals. John Kaiser with 5 points late in the first half. And then also McGuire Plummer with 2 points to make up Noblesville's 23 points for this 23-16 halftime lead over HCC foe Westfield.
Greg, let's thank a few more of our sponsors. Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Service. No job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you're a homeowner, a large business experiencing water, fire, or storm, homeowners that simply needs the good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. Contact them at 317-776-9942.
And also, if you head to IndianaRestoration.com, they are available in numerous cities all over the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate trophies, in-house embroidery. Now's a good time here. You still got a couple, 3 days. If you get something down there that you need embroidered, go down there and see Sherry, and she can take care of you. She's got a couple, 3 days. She can get them done. Noblesville Troces provides you the same-day service on their last-minute decision. Give Sherry a call at 773-7391.
Hasn't Sherry joined Twitter as well?
That's right. Sherry's on Twitter now.
Capital N Trophies. Maybe catch Sherry off guard and tweet her.
That's right. What about Logan Street Signs and Banners? They specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. And you can contact them give Deb a call at 773-7200. And their website is loganstreetsigns.com. The Wolford Theater. They show classic movies to raise funds for their community service work during the summer in the movies in the park. If you're interested in renting a theater or for a special event or want to see a classic movie, call 773-8300 or visit them online at wolfordtheater.com. Don't forget, Craig, New Year's Eve at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds. You go out there at 7:30, you can see the Minions free.
Yeah, the Minions keep getting more and more popular, and not just because of the parents that are taking their kids, but I know of parents that have gone without kids to go see that movie because I guess it's that funny.
Yeah, it is a good movie, and also it's a great family night for your family. If you don't want to be involved in any kind of alcohol, they got board games, ping pong, mini basketball, cornhole, and plenty of food to eat. And the live broadcast of the ball dropping from New York Times Square.
To ring in 2016. It's hard to believe it'll be 2016.
Yeah, and it's sponsored by Hamilton County Council on Alcohol and Other Drugs and at Logan Street Signs. Here we go.
Noblesville with the basketball to start the third quarter here. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. 23-16. Noblesville out in front of Westfield. Low-scoring affair, but this is an intense affair. Yep. The official looks like he's getting Grant Bullard with an arm bar down low. I guess that's what they're calling that now. Call it a forearm shiver.
And he's used to doing that in football. I tried.
So Westfield back the other way. Going left to right with the ball. They dip it down low to Charlie
nice
Warner.
Block by Ogden.
Ogden blocks it, but then the second time he gets a foul charge because he made body contact with Warner. So Charlie will go to the line. And Ryan Ogden with his second foul tonight. First on the Millers here in the half. First free throw by Warner up and good. Warner 3 of 3 at the line. Shamrocks 5 out of 5 as a team. Second one up and good, 23-18 as Westfield gets a pair of free throws there from Charlie Warner to cut into that deficit. Now it's a 5-point lead for Noblesville. Kaiser dribbling, finds room down the middle, up and under, and he's got 7 points. Got a little ways to go before he gets his 23.5-point average, but I think they're just worried about a team win here.
Looked like a little travel there, but
Christensen gets it to Warner. No. Plummer the rebound.
Ooh.
Left corner, Flincham. Almost a knuckleball with that three. Rebound to Kyle Nicole. McGuire Plummer tried to slap that from behind Kyle Nicole, and Nicole was a little bit quicker than McGuire's arm. Sawyer Olson now up top. Jonah Welch, 3, no. Rebound, John Kaiser. Kaiser averaging 9.5 rebounds a game. It's just a pair tonight, and he almost actually jump ball.
Arrow pointing to Westfield.
Good job there by Kyle Nicole as he forces the ball to the deck, and Kaiser ties Nicole up once he has the ball, and Westfield on the alternating possession will retain it. 6:04 on the third quarter clock, 25-18 Noblesville. They're trying to find Warner. Christensen dips it down low. Little reach-in foul going to be called. I think that's on Kaiser. Check that 24. That's 3 now on Ogden. You may see some movement on the Noblesville bench.
When I watched that play unfolding there, Ogden was not my first choice to call that foul on anything.
I think your grandson's hanging out over on the rail.
Yeah.
Kyle Nicole's got it, goes left side. Oswald now. He drives down. Little jump stop. Foul on the floor. Before we know it, Westfield's going to be in the bonus. McGuire Plummer with his first. Mertens will jump off the bench. Yeah, we're going to see Ogden take a seat because he has 3 fouls. Ogden a much deserved chair.
Has he got it all cranked down?
No, that's all right. That'll be all right.
Warner trying to get the ball in, gets it into Kyle Nicole.
Nicole in the corner, flinch him on him. He floats it right baseline, and Warner can't handle it as he's guarded by Kaiser, and out of bounds the ball goes back to Noblesville. See Brandon Barthel jump off the bench for Noblesville. Flinch him to Mertens, now left side. Kaiser, dribble drives, free throw line, spin move in, and got it. He is such a smooth player.
He's starting to heat up a little bit, Craig.
Yeah, it may be like seeing last season. Charlie Warner was charged with that foul down low. That's his 3rd. Barthel back in to replace Bullard. So out there for Westfield, it's Oswald, Warner, Christensen, Nicole, and Olsen to start. I checked that the starters except for Oswald. And it's Kaiser, McGuire, Plummer, Max Flincham, Brandon Barthel, and Corby Mertens. Free throw up and good. As Kaiser converts the old-fashioned three-point play there. And up before the ball inbounded, we've got a timeout called by Coach Sumter. 28-18, Noblesville with their biggest lead of the night at the 5:14 mark of the third quarter. And you can see slowly that Noblesville is finding ways, and they found their way to a 10-point lead as they're out to a 5-2 run here in the third quarter.
Absolutely, in typical John Kaiser way, with about 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter, he hadn't scored a point, and now you look with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and he's got 10. So he's definitely heated it up. Let's thank our sponsors: Community Health, Church Hiddle and Anthem, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies, and the Wolford Theater. Don't forget, New Year's Eve night at the 4-H ground. First night Noblesville, New Year's Eve party, 7:30. The Minions will be playing. There's plenty of board games and food available.
Head to firstnightnoblesville.com for all details.
Miller's putting on that pressure.
Outlets it up right side to
Nice.
Jonah Welch, and they're calling a pushing foul. A little surprising look on the face of John Kaiser. But that's just the big man's first foul.
Well, the referee was certainly in a better position than we were, but
as you see the official underneath the hoop with the ball, getting ready to toss it to Welch, where he's shaking his head because of the obvious angle he had down there. Free throw up and good by Jonah Welch. Welch has 6 points now. Welch, a 6'3" senior. Brother Caleb Welch, who plays some JV as well, dresses varsity as a freshman, and second free throw up and good by Welch. 28-20.
Westfield put on a little pressure.
Barthel breaks it. McGuire Plummer drives. Now it's off the hands of Kaiser and back. Tapped over to McGuire Plummer. Stolen by Connor Oswald. He'll go
coast to coast.
Gets it back to a 2-possession ball game as Oswald now has 5 points. It's 4:45 left third quarter, 28-22 Noblesville. As down low, Flincham up and good. Beautiful pass there by Corby Mertens to Max Flincham. Flincham now with 10 points and gets Noblesville's lead back up to 8 points. Connor Oswald with the foul. Flincham to shoot the old-fashioned three-point play. Soft touch, no, off the back of the iron. Noblesville 6 of 10 from the free throw line.
Kyle Nicole with the ball.
Westfield 8 of 8.
Flincham on him.
Welch has it. Drives, free throw line on Barthel, no. Shot up again, no good. Back out, Oswald 3, got it. Connor Oswald with his 8th point of the ball game. He's got 5 in the quarter, and Westfield's deficit is 5. Barthel, right corner, Flincham up, off the glass and in. Flincham's got 12, and you know, it doesn't surprise me at all to see him break out like this season.
Yeah, it's you know, we knew early on in the season when his shot wasn't falling, it would eventually, because he's a great shooter. He just had to get in that rhythm of playing varsity basketball.
Yep, it's a totally different animal than junior varsity is for sure. Westfield floating around. Oswald not afraid to shoot 3, in and out. Rebound, Kaiser skies for it. Trying to make room. Drives in from the right side, up off the glass, no. Rebound, Barthel, up and good. Brandon Barthel with his first 2 on the offensive rebound. Back up to a 9-point Noblesville lead with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Left side, Oswald to Nicole, free throw line jumper, no good. Sawyer Olsen the rebound, no good. Kaiser another rebound. His 3rd in the quarter, loses control of it, almost tackled by Kyle Nicole. And here comes Mertens driving in, floats one, got it.
Nice spin shot there.
Mertens with his first 2 points, and Noblesville with their biggest lead yet, 36-25, 2:25 left here in the third.
Westfield made that nice run, and the Millers answered, so.
Yep, after only scoring 3 points in the, looks like we got a clear out by Ian Christensen, and looks like that'll be 3 fouls on the 6'4" junior.
Personal foul, Westfield, number 30, Ian Christensen. That's his 3rd, the team's 3rd.
So Noblesville back with possession. Kaiser will bring it up. The 6'5" senior gets it to McGuire Plummer. Left corner to Flincham, back out to McGuire Plummer. Now to Barthel, right side. Flincham looking for room, drives underneath, back left corner to Plummer. Inside, Kaiser spins, back out to Mertens. Flincham gets it from Corby Mertens. 16-footer. No. Rebound to Christensen. Back the other way, Kyle McCole.
McCole's pushing it up the floor quick.
Oswald, another three. Off the mark. Kaiser, another board. That's 5 by the senior. 90 ticks left third quarter. Noblesville up 11 on Westfield, 36-25.
They'll come out on him a little bit now.
Yep, they're going to make Kaiser work for it.
The Kaiser don't mind that.
No.
Who's next, guys? Let me try this. Let me try this again.
Jonah Welch wants it again. As Noblesville spreading the floor, now under a minute. Third quarter. Blocking foul going to be called on Connor Oswald. It'll be his second. Second here in the quarter for him.
Nice little hesitating step there by McGuire Plummer. Just kind of got him in the lane.
See Robbie Lynch and Josh Van Dyke back in there for Westfield.
Van Dyke played some good to solid minutes the first half.
If you didn't know any better, yeah, you wouldn't think he's a sophomore. He looks like he might be in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking pretty young for quite a few years. 45 ticks left here in the quarter. Plummer guarded by Van Dyke. He drives. A little check foul there as the facial expression says it all as Van Dyke whistled for his second foul.
I want to thank those viewers out there that are watching this ball game between Noblesville and Westfield. It's been a good one.
Plummer drives. You know, Mertens wanted that three in the right corner, but a defender suckered right to him. Yeah, don't forget, folks, tomorrow it's going to be a matinee game as it'll be the Noblesville and Westfield girls meeting up at Westfield. Varsity will tip off around 1:30 right here on Hometown Television. Down to 6 seconds. Kaiser rises up, airballs it. Warner, the rebound, heaves one up. No, off the glass, and we are at the end of 3 quarters. Noblesville 36, Westfield 25, so a 13-9 third quarter. A little better than 10-3 in the second quarter.
Ogden coming back into the game for the Millers.
We are having the half-court shot for this 55-inch TV. I'm sure Jeff Kaiser would love to put that underneath the Christmas tree or up on his wall.
Mama Kaiser standing up. She wants it on the wall too.
Oh yeah. See, I think they don't have these different competitions like this or chances that often in ball games.
John's not really paying that much attention.
Oh. If he would have maybe gave himself a little spring on it. Yeah, I believe last season they weren't able to.
That TV's been pretty safe.
That TV's been safe for about a year and a half. You'd figure, of course, you probably have to be 18 to enter that contest. You'd figure with as many times as students try and practice a half-court shot. And
let's thank our sponsors real quick.
You got it.
Community Health, Church Hill and Anthem, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophy, and the Wofford Theater.
Yeah, don't forget, folks, both these teams playing in some holiday tournaments. Westfield going to play at Shelbyville on December 29th. They'll play in the second game against Bloomington North, and Parameridian will open that day against Shelbyville at 10:30. Westfield will play around noon. We'll talk about the Noblesville Holiday Tournament at the next timeout. 2 full days of action here at the Mill for the Noblesville Holiday Tournament. The 4th annual. Corey Mertens, three-pointer, got it, left wing. another one of those players with just a soft touch from outside like Flincham. And it's up to an even bigger lead, 39-25. Van Dyke looked like he wanted a three, faked it, held back. Oswald, he's not afraid to shoot it. Now it's Warner. Warner may want to try and take this into his own hands as that foul will be on the floor.
One thing about it is, Craig, the Millers are loaded with juniors on this varsity.
Yeah.
But the one thing about it, most of them have played JV ball, served their time, but outside of McGuire Plummer.
And lackadaisical pass there by Brandon Barthel.
Miller's ball.
Tapped away by Robbie Lynch, but he couldn't make a move on a 2-on-1 deficit on that and convert a layup. But a long pass from Mertens into the hands of Warner, tapped away, and if that's on Ogden, that'll be 4. Yep, that's 4 personals on Ryan Ogden. 7th team foul, so Westfield will be shooting the rest of the way, and we'll see Nick Mills coming in, replacing Ogden, and Warner will be at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. He's got 8 points. 8 points under his 16.8 average. First one up and good. Free throw up and good by Warner, 39-27. Barthel drives up. Shot's not going to go. And I believe that's just the 6th team foul. That'll be on Van Dyke. Kaiser back in after a breather to start the quarter. Barthel with some hefty defensive work there for Coach McCauley. And now back in. I'm going to stand up. Baseline jumper by Flincham. No. Rebound to Warner. Van Dyke dips it down low to Lynch. Maybe a check foul there on the baseline by Mertens. Nick Mills. That puts Lynch at the line. Maybe a long 4th quarter if every Noblesville foul going to be in the bonus. And that free throw missed by Lynch. For start of the game, 2 for 2. With a 12-point lead, just going to sit out there and make Westfield come to him as McGuire Plummer.
Next foul on Westfield, Miller's being 1-and-1, is that right?
I believe so, yep. They have 6. So then it'll make it an even longer 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Kaiser makes a move on Welch. Back out to Plummer. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Trying to make a move on Welch. Welch, good defense there on Kaiser. Plummer drives, no, back out. Mertens, left wing 3, got it. When you can get a couple guys that are able to just drain threes, why not take advantage? Now Noblesville with their biggest lead of the game, now at 15 points, 42-27, 5:25 left in the 4th. Lofts it over left corner. Oswald 3, no. McGuire Plummer the rebound. Can't move, gets it to, Flincham. Ball is stolen though before it gets to Max Flincham by Jonah Welch. Kind of an odd sequence there.
Yeah, it was. Ugly.
Yeah. Well, you can see Plummer knew that he couldn't move with his, back to the floor. Coach Sumter wants to call a 30-second timeout. Yeah, and speaking of holiday tournaments, like I briefed you on a few minutes ago, the Noblesville Holiday Tournament, 6 games on December 29th on that Tuesday, a week from this coming Tuesday. First game at 10 a.m. will be Bloomington South versus Avon. Game 2 around noon will be Lawrence North versus Crown Point. Game 3 at around 2 p.m. will be Fort Wayne South versus Noblesville. Game 4 will be around 4 p.m. It'll be Columbus East versus Chesterton. And then here's where it gets dicey. Games 5 and 6. Game 5 will be the loser of Game 1 versus the loser of Game 2. The loser of Bloomington South Avon versus the loser of Lawrence North Crown Point at 6 p.m. And the 8 p.m. game to close out Day 1 will be the Fort Wayne South Noblesville loser versus the Columbus East Chesterton loser. And next break in the action, we'll talk about Day 2 of the Noblesville Holiday Tournament and what that'll bring. 4.5 left here in the ball game.
Lynch.
Turnaround jumper by Lynch. Robbie Lynch with his first field goal. He's got 4 points, and it's 42-29. Westfield down by a baker's dozen. Plummer, right corner. Mertens, 3, got it. Once you get it to a player,
once they get hot, man,
that's 3 threes this quarter.
Yeah.
Check that. Mertens has all 9 points in the quarter for Noblesville. Warner, left wing 3, got it. Here's where Coach Sumter will probably, even with just under the midway point of the fourth quarter, where he'll burn his timeouts to try and strategize on defense.
Which is much what we did last year as a Millers team, doing that same thing. When you're in a situation like that, you have to do that because they cannot afford not to get a basket.
45-32, 3:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Full timeout by Westfield, and yeah, it gets even dicier to start Day 2 of the Noblesville Holiday Tournament on Wednesday, December 30th. The 2 semifinal games, the winners of games 1 and 2, which will be the winner of Bloomington South Avon, and the winner of Crown Point and Lawrence North, will start at 10 a.m. And the winner of Noblesville and Fort Wayne South and Columbus East Chesterton will play at noon. The losers of games 5 and 6, which will be the consolation games, will play at 2. The winners of the winners of games 5 and 6, so the consolation games will play at 2 p.m. Winners of games 5 and 6, 4 p.m. for the 5th place game. Games 7 and 8 losers will play for the 3rd place game at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. for the championship for the 2nd semifinal winner from Tuesday. Nick Mills gets it from Kaiser. Flincham drives. No. Tries to get his own rebound. Thought it was off of Robbie Lynch. You can see the smirk on the face of Brian McCauley, but it was off of Max Flincham. Westfield back to the
ball up the floor.
Jonah Welch. Van Dyke, now Oswald. Even with 3 fouls, Corby Mertens whistle with that foul. And looks like we'll see Jonah Welch going to the free throw line. 9 fouls on Noblesville now. 1 more will put Westfield in the double bonus. Free throw up and good by Jonah Welch. He's got 8 points. Charlie Warner leads the way for Westfield with 13 points. Missed free throw there, and through the legs of all. Flincham gets the rebound.
After it went through the legs of about 3 people.
Yeah. Down low, Mills gets it from Kaiser. Block shot by Charlie Warner into the hands of Robbie Lynch. Warner drives, layup missed. And we'll see Ryan Ogden coming back in with those 4 personals. 45-33, 3:03 left. Flincham gets a breather for Noblesville. Westfield to inbound. Far left baseline. And we'll see Brandon Barthel back in to replace Nick Mills. Inbound, Van Dyke looking. That is a 5-second call. It's about the same thing. He got, got away with a little bit down here. But it's all depending on who counts it. So turns it over. Back to Noblesville with that 5-second call. Van Dyke couldn't get the ball in. Now it's Kaiser to inbound. He's looking. Gonna call a timeout. So tough to inbound the basketball on that west baseline over there.
Timeout, Noblesville, 30-second timeout.
Yeah, don't forget, folks, join us tomorrow afternoon right here on Hometown Television, HTTV1.com, as it'll be Noblesville and Westfield in girls basketball action. A couple of stalwarts, if you will, as Westfield coming in to that ball game with a 12-1 record. Noblesville 11-2. Both teams undefeated in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play. Westfield 3-0, Noblesville 4-0.
Both teams have a common loss in the Carmel Greyhounds. So.
Yep, the only loss for Westfield, and one of Noblesville's 2 losses. Noblesville's 2 losses are to Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference foes, Lawrence North to open the season, and 2 days before Thanksgiving versus Carmel. Inbound to Plummer, now to Mertens. Kaiser with it. Trying to make a move. Jonah Welch all over him. Back to Plummer. It's almost a keep-away game with 2:35 left here in the 4th quarter for Noblesville. Yep, calling that on John Kaiser as he got a shoulder down, yeah. As the ball go back to Westfield, 45-33. 3 3-point field goals for Corby Mertens here in the 4th quarter. He's got 11 points to get to his 11.5-point average. A 3 by Warner, 2 by Lynch, and a Welch free throw and 2 Warner free throws for Westfield. 8 points here in the quarter. Oswald has it. Welch, now Van Dyke. Down low, Christensen soft off the glass and in. Ian Christensen's first points of the ball game gets it back to a 10-point lead. Just under 2 minutes left. Kaiser goes right side to McGuire. Plummer, now Ogden up top. Ogden drives to Plummer now. This almost resembles, from my standpoint of being a Notre Dame basketball fan, the burn offense that Mike Bray ran, 4 and 5 years ago when they really didn't have that great of an offense. So you just burn the shot clock, and until you can find someone in a gap. And if you really don't average that many points a game as a team, you might as well do that. And try and wear your defender out. Mertens free throw up and no good. One more to come from the 6'2" junior guard. Free throw up and good. Mertens has 12. The lead is 11, 46-35. Under 90 seconds left in the ball game. Christensen drives, loses the handle of it. Rebound by McGuire Plummer.
McGuire waiting for the crowd to clear.
Now at 1 minute left. Ogden driving. Almost lost control. Oswald just about stole it. Mertens driving through defenders. Corralled by Barthel. Back out to the point guard Plummer. 45 ticks. And Ogden just about, and a little bump foul there. Looks like it might be on.
Personal foul, Westfield 30, Ian Christensen. His fourth.
Christensen whistled with his fourth foul. Ogden back at the free throw line. He hasn't scored since early in the second quarter when he converted a three-point play. He'll try and get his 9th and 10th points here. First free throw up and good.
One thing about it, Craig, Miller's got a pretty balanced attack tonight.
Yeah, it's the one thing, a huge thing in a win, in a game like this. 10 points now for Ryan Ogden. Kaiser also has 10. .38-35, 30 seconds left. Welch driving. Christensen three from the right corner, no. Deflected off of Ogden's hand and stays with Westfield.
23 ticks left to go on the clock.
Van Dyke having trouble inbounding. Warner gets the pass and can't convert the shot. I think that's number 3 on John Kaiser. Following this ball game, we'll have a short post-game show, just a few minutes to wrap things up and give you final stats as Warner continues his perfection from the line. 7 for 7 is the 6'5" senior. Here comes number 2 to make it, try and make it 8. And he does. 15 points for Charlie Warner. Inbound to Plummer, now to Kaiser. To Flincham left side. Check that Ogden. 10 seconds, and they're going to hold right there, and that will wind up being our final score. Noblesville 48, Westfield 37. We'll take a break for a couple minutes here and come back to wrap things up here at the Mill, right here on Hometown Television.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
She was very little. Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists have taken care of thousands of knees like mine. My dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite class?
We're back here at the mill. Want to run through the sponsors real quick, and then Craig will go through the stats for tonight. Community Health Network is one of our sponsors. Church, Hiddle and Anthem, Ivy Tech, Indiana Restoration Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Walford Theater. And don't forget, New Year's Eve party at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds. It's a family event, no alcohol. The show The Minions, the movie The Minions will be played at 7:30. There'll be games of all sorts, kinds, and plenty of food. So check it out. First night, Noblesville, New Year's Eve party. Craig, what about the stats for tonight?
Totals tonight, final score, Noblesville 48, Westfield 37. Leading the way for Westfield with a team high of 15 points, Charlie Warner. He went 8 of 8 from the foul line, and he had 3 field goals, including a three-pointer. 8 points each from Jonah Welch and Connor Oswald. And 4 points from Robbie Lynch, 2 from Ian Christensen, and Josh Van Dyke, Kyle Nicole, and Sawyer Olsen all played but did not score for Westfield tonight. For Noblesville, Corby Mertens and Max Flincham, 12 points apiece. Ryan Ogden, 10. John Kaiser, 10 points. He also had 6 rebounds. And let's see, 2 points each out of McGuire Plummer, who also had 4 rebounds and a half dozen assists. And 2 points from Brandon Barthel. Nick Mills and Grant Bullard both playing but not scoring for Noblesville this evening. And a big one tomorrow night, as actually both teams have big games tomorrow night. Westfield will host Tipton tomorrow night, and Noblesville hits the road a little bit north of us here on State Road 19.
To the Husky Dome.
They'll go to the Husky Dome and play Hamilton Heights in a big county rivalry game. Both have big games as Westfield hosts Tipton. The Blue Devils coming to town, and Noblesville heading to Hamilton Heights tomorrow night.
And you and I will be tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 for the big girls battle between Noblesville and Westfield.
Yeah, that's pretty much for the Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship in the girls' ranks of the HCC, as Westfield's 3-0, Noblesville 4-0, looking to move to 5-0, Westfield looking to move to 4-0. And if Noblesville wins, they're completely in the driver's seat in the conference play, with just one January 15th meeting away with Zionsville in that girls-boys doubleheader on that Friday night in about a month from now. So great basketball game tonight. We're going to see a great one tomorrow afternoon at Westfield, so we hope you join us then. And we'll have live coverage for you starting around 1:30 right here on Hometown Television. And that's going to do it for us here at the Mill tonight. For producer Jim Wofford, for Bill and Dave on the cameras, for Perry Williams, I'm Craig Atkins. Once again, our final score, Noblesville 48, Westfield 37. And probably about an hour and a half or 2 hours, we'll have this up on HCTVsports.com for the archive broadcast. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon at Westfield live here on Hometown Television.